What is going on, my dudes? I haven't done a live stream in a while, but that's okay. I got a video for portfolios coming out whenever I get the okay. It's already edited. It's already uploaded. And I just can't release it. So we're doing a live stream. And then after that video comes out, I'll do something else. Do another live stream. Let me know if you get the notifications. I'm going to go find this. Eddie, what up? How's it going, my man? Arian, how's it going, dude? So many Eddies. Oh no, shut up, Josh. That's going good. Ivan, welcome aboard. Andrew, welcome aboard. It's going well. I got a lot of editing to do. Matthew, what's up? Edward, what's going on here? What's up? Edward, you always say what's going on here. What is this? Like every time I see it. Chris, what up? Just answering some questions. A junior developer Q&A. Must be late for you. It's 9:39 right now. What brings you on this late? It's only 9:39. I'm just gonna answer some questions for about half an hour. Hang out and engage since I've been slacking real hard. But I've been trying to get my dad on board. What brings you out this late? Eddie, why are you up so early? It's Monday morning for you. It's 10:40. Yeah, it's 9:40. So you're in Central time zone. I've been slacking. 11:40. It's because you're East Coast. Gabriela, hola, ¿cómo estás? What is welcome? Bienvenidos. That's what it is in Spanish. 4:30, getting ready for work. That's like some rock level stuff right there. Card flip in CSS. Done that before? Nope. I didn't really have a need to do it. Sounds cool. I've seen it. I've never done it. Sí, bien español. Thank you. Well, I did. I took a whole class of it. Jake, I love your stuff. I'm not reading the comment. I'm just saying, Jake, I love your stuff. Thanks for hanging out. It's 1:40 p.m. in Australia, 3rd of June. So it's tomorrow. Welcome aboard, Monty. Speak more Spanish. No hablo español. Lo siento. All right? That's all I got. You know where I learn all my Spanish? It's from playing PUBG Mobile. You want to visit Australia? See, the thing with Australia is that normally everywhere else in the world, humans are the top of the food chain. Until you go to Australia, where you are no longer the top of the food chain, and everyone wants to eat you. Everyone. Everything. I don't know that many languages. I know a little Spanish. I know Finnish. Kent, what up, dude? How'd I miss that? Love your stuff. I read that. 8:40, back to the job hunt for me tomorrow. Get it going. Is it too late to get a junior position, like late at night? I don't know. Don't look for... okay, I'm going to be honest. I put junior dev Q&A in the title is because that's what people click. And it doesn't matter. Don't look for junior jobs. Look for any job. Look for software jobs. Do I get annoyed with people asking the same questions? Chris, if I got annoyed with people asking the same questions, I wouldn't make a very good streamer. Cool interview tips. Thanks. You're welcome. But, you know, Chris, you and I, we're always here, right? Like, you know the content, I know the content, but for new people, they haven't asked that question before, so the answer is new to them. Sometimes I get sarcastic. You got contracted to do field service engineer, but you actually take over project management. Should I ask for a raise? Yes. Your dad's vid is pretty good. He learned a lot. I learned how to get carpal tunnel from editing all his ums out. Apply for software jobs even as a web dev. Software jobs are web dev jobs. Okay. Let me rephrase this. All web dev jobs are software jobs, but not all software jobs are web dev jobs. Does that make sense? Is there any point to applying to jobs that have 1-2 years experience when you're a new grad? Yeah, so you just apply anyways because nothing happens. You just apply. Like, what are they going to be like? Oh, you don't have a year experience. No, they're not. HR is going to be like, do you have a year or actually, probably not even. There's just going to be a little thing there that says, do you have 1 year experience? And you just click yes, even if you don't, just so that you can move on, because I think it's a stupid requirement, and you probably do too. How are you supposed to get 1 year experience if you can't get a job? You can't get a job if you don't have the experience. This giant circle. It doesn't make any sense. What keyboard is this? It's a Corsair K70. It's really old. It has like the really old logo on it. Did you know that Google's Firebase totally hosting went down, console went down, Google had a bad day? Casey, yeah. I did know that because a lot of stuff went down, not just Firebase. Like all of Google Cloud died. YouTube died. There was a massive outage on YouTube. I couldn't upload videos today. Have you heard of Flutter and Dart? I have. But mobile dev is not really my thing. I would just do React Native instead of relearning something. Do I get annoyed when people ask the same questions? Luke, no. I'm going to give you the same answer. I don't. I have to post this in Discord. I forgot. Is it mechanical blue switches? You like React Native? This is brown switches. It is mechanical though. You know what's really cool is that I can't shoot in this darkness with my GH5. Right now I'm using a Blackmagic Cinema pocket camera and there's no noise at all. I mean, there's a little bit of like flashing here for these LED diodes in my keyboard, but I'm really impressed with the camera quality for such low light. It's amazing. That's not the right. Am I breathing into the mic? My bad. Sorry. You have any idea about the University of Arizona 4-month coding bootcamp? Robin Phoenix, that's Trilogy Education. Say no more, fam. That's Trilogy Education. Don't go. It's garbage. Anything that's University of whatever bootcamp is Trilogy. We've done this in many streams. Perhaps I can show you. Am I required to know Adobe if I want to apply to front-end positions? No. Not really. Evan, welcome aboard. Would you mind looking at my portfolio? You can send it in. Have you heard of Kotlin? It's sick. Like the supposedly replacement for Java for mobile dev. Do I have any ideas for projects? It doesn't matter what the project is. It matters how you build the project. You could build a project that rates adult film stars on a crowdsourced level. It doesn't matter what you make, man. Like, it's how you build it and your ability to defend that in the interview. I'm gonna get demonetized because I said that. What are the flaws with Trilogy Education? Well, so that would be me like saying like factual things. I can tell you what I don't like about it, in my opinion. So there's no guarantee. Number one, they don't pay the teachers enough. Number two, everyone's like, you're just salty because they only offered you $19 an hour and didn't take you serious, Josh. No, I'm not salty. And $19 an hour is bullshit. I will agree to that though. Number three, their site is built with WordPress. Number four, the people that own it just got bought out for $750 million by a company known for outsourcing everything that they buy. So say hello to having all of your teachers be online in some other cheap country. Also, they lean on universities' names. So if you're going to, might as well just get a degree at that point. I think it's just really shitty what they do. And that universities allow it. So there's an 80-20 split Basically, Trilogy says, hey, we'll give 20% of whatever we make to you if you let us slap your name on it. And that's it. It's not good. You're wondering about the mean stack. Is it a good weapon in the employment market? Did you read that somewhere? I don't think I'd ever say that. Mean stack, it depends where you live, dude. The stacks don't matter. Technologies don't matter. You got to be agnostic when it comes to that. You got to solve problems. Don't be so dependent on like a tech stack, right? Don't be like, well, is this the best? Just solve problems, figure it out. Your ability to figure things out is way more valuable than what you know. Where would you suggest I go to learn in a structured environment? Yeah, go to Lambda School. You guys already know what I'm going to say. They're not paying me. They're not paying me. That's what I would do if I could go back. PHP matters. I will agree. I like PHP. I don't really, whatever it takes to get the job done. That's all I care about. I don't care about what the language is, what the stack is. How do you get started with UI UX? Well, you could download Adobe. What is it? I have it. XD? Yeah, Adobe XD is free, and you can just play with it. So you could start with that. Any books? Okay, so UI UX is more like psychology. If you want to learn about UX, read a bunch of marketing. Three weeks left, 6-month boot camp. You killed the interview. Nice, dude. Yeah, well, assuming you mean that in a good way. Is it unrealistic to ask for 65,000 and up, no experience? Depends on where you live. Depends on what the job pays. UI UX YouTube channels. I mean, I guess just download Adobe XD and start trying to make all right, this is what I would do. I'm winging it right now. I've never said this before. If I wanted to learn UI UX, I would just pull up an app. Sorry, that was really loud. Wow. Who is texting me? Oh, that's emails. I would just pull up an app like not Tinder. I'd pull up like the Play Store, right? And download Adobe XD and then try to make this. And then put it on Behance, put it on Dribble. Anyone good at PHP? You're starting a dev team. What? Just got an internship with Banjo. Your videos help, dude. Andrew, congrats, my dude. Hopefully they treat you well. Work your way up and move on. Is that the Corsair keyboard? Yeah, dude, it is. It's good. Did I miss anything? Just started learning TypeScript. Oh, that's because all the new versions of Angular use TypeScript. So you got to learn TypeScript. You made, oh man. Redesign stuff. That's how I learned. Exactly. Or just copy stuff. Copy paste. It's called stealing like an artist. I mean, you just don't sell it and claim it as your own. You made personal portfolio more responsive. Send it to your email. Want to take a look. Oh, did you send that earlier today? Probably. Just got a job. First day tomorrow. Dude, congrats. You've been working hard, dude. You've been here for like a year. You've been here for over a year. I think I reviewed your portfolio, dude. I remember that. You had a really cool portfolio. It needed a little work, but it was really cool. Did Airbnb really stop using React Native? I have no idea. I don't care. I don't care what Airbnb does. I'm just like, does the site work? Great. Like, I don't care about what tech stack you use. I just care about, does it work, and does it work well, and is the problem being solved? What has been the hardest language to learn? I don't know. None really. I think there's just concepts. There's no hard language. There's just a hard concept, like recursion. To understand recursion, you must first understand recursion. You know, like there's probably not difficult languages, just difficult concepts. Like dictionaries in Python were kind of weird because that doesn't really exist anywhere else. What's the average salary for an entry dev? All right, let's exclude New York, San Francisco, and like Austin, Texas, like big cities, right? Let's say like the big cities. Let's do like, I would say 55 to 65,000. I do remember everyone. You went to the United States at 17, took every class, got a mechanical engineering degree, got a job. Really appreciate your channel. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your job. You're a back-end dev, Willie. Should I worry about creating unique front-end interfaces to show off my web apps? Probably. How do you know when you're ready to apply? When you start asking that question. Just apply so that you can get rejected. That's all. Like, just, you're not gonna blacklist yourself, my man. They're just gonna be like, no. And you can email them and be like, yo, why? And they'll be like, well, you don't have enough projects and this is what we want to see. Then you know. I feel like the job thing is just like people are so afraid. Like they're people like you and me. Like you're not gonna go to jail. How's my dad? He's at home, hanging out. Amadeus, you are my man. Don't question that. I missed one. Working with languages and frameworks isn't very hard, but coding interview questions are tough. It depends. It depends on what the company asks. Like, sometimes they'll be like, well, can you please find this algorithm that's completely unrelated to what you do on the day-to-day? But it matters because our HR has a degree in psychology, and it says that if they can answer this question, it means they have a high IQ and potentially will be a better employee. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it's just dumb. John Doe, what up? How's it going? Hit him with the keto no carb bicep. What's my favorite language to work with? Jake, again, I don't have a favorite language. I don't have a favorite language. I don't have a favorite tech stack. Nothing. Doesn't matter to me because I just solve problems. So if I want to make something with Raspberry Pi, right? Like, and I want to make like a little smart mirror or something, and I look and I'm like, oh, Raspberry Pi requires Python. All right, let me learn Python. Then I'll do it. But it's about the end product for me. It's not about, well, I'm only going to do things that I can do in React Native, okay, because that's my favorite. And I refuse to touch anything else. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Like, I don't care. I just want to build things. Chris, what up? Good night. No favorite computer either. I'm a Windows person. I don't use Apple products. I do have an iPad though, because some of the apps I need for my cameras are iPad. What are you currently investing your free time into learning? Camera stuff, a lot of camera stuff, a lot about film, nothing programming related. I'll learn it when I need to. I don't just sit and learn programming for learning. I don't know, like I don't have a web app that I'm going to turn into a startup that I'm going to try to make into a business. Like sitting and learning some framework doesn't matter to me. Right now I'm learning about film so I can make my videos better. To be honest, I think that I've been trying to get better in front of the camera mainly. Stop being so awkward. Learn how to breathe. Teaching my dad how to do YouTube has really made me look at myself and realize, like, wow, I used to do those things and I still do these things, like stuff like that. Nothing programming related, because I know that I can learn whatever I need to make whatever I need to. And if I get to a point where I'm like, I don't know how to do this, I got a whole audience to ask, and I can make a Stack Overflow post just like you guys. You're the best, Eli. Do I use Flexbox? Okay, so there's Flexbox and CSS Grid. CSS Grid is like, you got Bootstrap and CSS Grid. Flexbox is just a way to lay out things. You are great in front of the camera. I don't think so. Ever choke a coding interview? Go watch the video on my main on my channel page, and you'll watch me explain to a lady that React lifecycle is a project lifecycle, and that you have to hit it at the peak of the apex. Otherwise, the software starts. And like, she wanted to know about like component did mount. You're not streaming on Twitch. I cannot, Luke. I have affiliate, and I will get banned if I do both. But I am on there. What games do you play? What games do I play? PUBG Mobile, mainly. That's about it. You should use Flexbox if you can. I mean, it's supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be a pain. It's supposed to help you. Other than LeetCode and Pramp, what other tools? You got Interview Cake. There's the Daily Code Problem. And there's like algorithm.io, I think. Yeah, being a decent software engineer, being a decent engineer in general is about solving problems. It's not about having a canned answer. So if someone asks you a code question, this is why I don't like these algorithmic problems. You either have some idea of what to do or no idea what to do. And having a canned answer looks good in the interview, but it doesn't mean that you're a good employee or that you know how to solve problems, or that what if you didn't happen to know the answer? Would you have gotten stuck and choked? Like, it's a very bad way to interview, in my opinion. You watched the component demo interview and you cringed? Dude, I cringed too. I'm going to get a shirt. Have you worked with Internet of Things? No. Should I learn React or React Hook? Yeah, you should learn React. React Hook is a thing inside of React. It's not really an either or. Out of all the interviews you got, for my first job, how many did I apply to? Dude, I applied to over 200. I have a picture somewhere in my Google Photos where I have over 100. I have over like 100. I wrote every single job that I applied to down, and I wrote down all the ones that didn't answer at all, which was most of them, all the ones that said no, all the ones that gave me interviews and then said no, and all the ones that said yes. And there were none that said yes. And then I was almost homeless. Then I got a job. And that was cool. Then I wasn't homeless. I'll find it. But the thing is, like, it actually has all the company names, and I don't want to, like, blast the company name. What was the reason you stopped machine learning? Was it too hard, or did you lose interest? I don't know. I just like to do other things. I like to film, and I like to edit, and I like to live stream and build brands and engage. I'm not just going to sit here in the dark and machine learn. I did that once on a live stream, and people came and they said nope because they saw algebra, and they were like, yeah, no, I'm done. I thought web dev has no math. That's why I'm doing it. Any books related? All right, don't read books. Books are like cars. As soon as the book is printed, it's out of date. As soon as you drive the car off the lot, it's out of date. It's old, values down. Besides fundamentals of code, they get outdated. What programming concepts are the most important to know? That's very, very vague. Give me a sub. Like, in what programming? What are you building? Desktop apps? Or, I mean, okay, well, I'll say this. Loops. Loops are good. Books are valuable. Yes, books are valuable. Programming books are not so valuable. You got your first website? You created first a few weeks. It's bad. It taught me how to problem solve and improve on shortcomings. That's all it is. Rails or Django? Django, get that Rails out of here. No thanks. Ruby. Introduction to algorithms, I guess. But I don't think algorithms are very practical unless you want to do an interview that has them. You're not usually sitting on the job thinking about algorithms. You're getting stuff done or going to meetings or actually coding or whatever. Like, it's just not practical. I'm very practical, so I disagree with you on the books. What? I think books are very valuable. I read like at least a book a week. I just don't read programming books because they get outdated. What's my take on PWAs? Progressive web apps are the future for sure. What is a better database, Mongo or Redis? Redis is not really a database. It's more of like a caching system. True, was essential in passing my last 2 job interviews, though. Yes, and that was it, right? It was essential in passing the interview, which just means the company has a flawed way of interviewing. In my opinion, I think it's dumb. I just want to know if you can do the job. I don't care what your IQ is. I just don't care. Josh, do some ASMR so I can go. Enrique, go to sleep. All right, good night. Clean code is good. I mean, yeah, cracking the coding interview, more algorithm stuff. Yes, but unfortunately, you have to have those in coding interviews. No, you don't. I've had some interviews where they were algorithms, and I was like, you guys are stupid. I'm not doing this. And then I've had some that were like, can you tell us about yourself and what you do? And this is what we're making. Do you think you can do that? I was like, yeah, let's do it. The point of algorithms is problem solving. Ideally, point of algorithms is problem solving. But what really happens is you end up having canned answers because you're preparing for specific types of questions. So you're not actually problem solving in the interview. You're just like, oh, I've seen that one before. Oh, I remember how to do it. You're not problem solving. That's what most people do. So they just don't get it, I guess. What do I need to begin with? Tried React Native. Geek got an interview with no job reviews on Glassdoor. They're called AirPress Media. I don't know. Let's look. They have a Twitter. Have a Facebook. Oh, they're in Atlanta. That's neat. Internship. Market research. No longer accepting applications. They have no idea. That's really small. I would just be really pushy then. Because usually if it doesn't have a review on Glassdoor, that means that they are tiny. So you can be a little bit more pushy with them. Where's my dad? He's probably asleep if we're being honest. Am I familiar with MuleSoft? I'm not. I don't know what that is. You got a job after Lambda with a huge corporation. You literally had one phone interview and they hired you. That's the way to do it, dude. Like, it's not always about that. People just get so hung up on it. One should start learning about data structures and algorithms. I don't know. Do you want to work at Facebook or Microsoft or something like that? Then maybe do it. He's not just your dad anymore. He's all of our dad. That's true. He is mechanical dad. He's everybody. He's YouTube's dad. You want a video about freelancing? You'd like to recommend Steven. He has a lot of great info where he's on his balcony drinking coffee. In Quebec, Montreal. What's up? 1 a.m. stream? Oh, it's 10:07. That plug. Steven's or Stefan, I don't know. Steven's videos are like, they're like, is C++ viable in 2025? But it's like 2019. I'm just kidding. He seems like a chill dude. I've never talked to him. Do I think 45K is reasonable? Not really, no. I think that's really low. 45 is really low. 60 and up. I think 60 is a little bit high. I think 50 would be fine. Why did you lose interest in coding? I never really had a huge interest in coding just to code. I like to solve problems and I like to build things and help people. And That's what I like to do. I don't like to argue syntax or anything. I just don't care. Life is way too short. There's way more to life than just, comparing frameworks. I got to get stuff done. 45K is better than zero. Not if you're in like San Francisco. That's minimum wage. Why would you expect a back-end dev to have a unique front-end design I don't have maybe for your portfolio. I don't expect you to have it like in your projects. If you're a back-end dev and you got like a bunch of CLI projects that I have to download and look at, I guess, I don't know. Like back-end projects require me to do a lot more things to be able to look at your projects. So I guess that's not nice. Why did you stop teaching? I heard you say that because I don't like selling my time mainly. You can't sell your time on a massive scale, and you can't get that time back. I can get more money, but I can't get more time. That's all. I like teaching. I like helping. But it's just not feasible. For a computer science student, how much should one put in their portfolio? Skills, also great content. You need like on the weekends. You need to be making those projects. Are you still coding? I code when I build things. I code like earlier today. I was messing around with Unreal Engine, right? That's C++ and blueprints. And then the other day I was messing around with Unity because I'm trying to build things. So that's C#. And then the other day I was like, I'm gonna try to do Arduino things. I'm like, all right. So then we're pulling out some more C, and then. Yeah, I just whenever I want to do thing that requires something, then I'll code it. Thoughts in AI? We have some time. We got some time. I don't think AI is gonna take over anytime soon. How much time should I put for personal projects? There's no time limit. You just have to have good projects. And when I say good projects, it doesn't matter what it is. It just matters how you build it and if you can defend it. So if you build something with all these frameworks and they ask you about it, your ability to defend it is what's going to set you apart. Why not create courses? Well, I've thought about it. I have some courses that I have pretty much ready to do. Can writing open source code get you arrested if the code is used for nefarious reasons? I think even if the code's not open source and you're writing code for nefarious reasons, you can get arrested. Just weekends? Don't worry about how much time you got to spend to code personal projects. I think weekends would be fine. Just spend a couple hours on a Saturday afternoon from like lunch to like 3 p.m. You should make a Udemy teaching your favorite topics. So Udemy is terrible. Udemy is terrible, and it's for people that don't have a brand. It's only good if you make a free course so that you can collect emails. That way you can send out a email blast to your own personal website. So Udemy is bad because you only get $2.75 if someone finds your course using Udemy search bar. You get 90% if they get there by using your link like in my video. Then you get $10. You also have no control over the pricing. So if they want to sell your course, you got no say in that. I would rather direct people to my own website where I have complete control over my pricing, how I get them there. No one is taking any money from me. It's like Patreon, right? So, yeah. Udemy is not very good. It's just for people that don't have brands. You go on Udemy and yeah, there's like Traversy on there and stuff like that. They have brands, but I say a lot of people on there that have like all these hundreds of thousands of students. You have no idea who these people are. They don't have YouTube channels. They don't have an Instagram to write home about. I don't need to use a place that already has traffic to make money because I have traffic through my own videos that I can use to make money and direct people. So Those sites that it's kind of like what is that? What is that? Freelance Upwork. It's kind of like Upwork, right? If you have a brand and you have an audience, you don't have to go to Upwork because you can just go to your audience. But people that don't have an audience or a reputation or anything like that, they go to places that already have traffic and then they compete with each other to get jobs. The brand is everything. Is hosting a YouTube channel worth it? Yes. This is my job, so I don't know. I make more doing this than at any job, and I do it whenever I want, however I want. There's no way you could tell me, Josh, I'm going to need you to work 100 hours. We're going to need that project out the door. I'm going to give you a big old middle finger. I'm going to tell you, how about no, because I make 7 times what you make in 10 hours a week. Also, here's another middle finger. I'm not a very good employee, guys. I don't like being told what to do. I like to do my own thing. And the only way to, the only way to make a living, if you're that kind of person, is to make your own business. So that's what I did. How should I look up a library they can make projects with? I don't know. No, you look up the project, and then you see if there's anything similar, and then you see what they're using, and then you do that. PHP, SQL, little JavaScript. What technology should I invest? Probably JavaScript. You're fluent in Java. Would you recommend? But you made more as a developer than now. No. I make like $300,000 a year now. And I made $75,000 at my dev job. So I'm going to hard pass on all those jobs and being told what to do because I could go into the companies that I worked at and run those companies better. I know more about marketing. I know more about business taxes. I know more about the psychology. I know more about social media. I know more about communication. Like, I could run the companies that I worked at better than the people at those companies that own those companies. So, yeah, hard pass. How do you stay motivated while working for yourself instead of wasting time on league? Because I have a mortgage. I have a mortgage, and no one's coming to save me. I don't have a mom and dad to move back home with. I pay for my mom and dad to do everything. So I support myself. I support my parents. And I still live reasonably comfortably. What was the video that you got started on YouTube? World of Warcraft PvP videos? Just a heads up, sign up button is invisible on your site until you hover over it. Yeah, it needs work. To be fair, you don't make 300K from just YouTube. Sarah, that is correct. And that would be a terrible, terrible mistake to ever just make 300K from one egg in a basket. I have many eggs, and I don't put them all in one basket. They're everywhere. How do you avoid saying and generally speak well? I accepted silence as an alternative to saying because it gives you more presence. So if I talk like this and I think like what I'm gonna say, like, okay, versus talking like this, thinking in my head of what I'm going to say, and then saying whatever it is that I want. It gives you more presence, more command. That's how you do it. I think young people all think you can get rich from YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I think young people think that too. But it's not just YouTube. It's how to cultivate a business. There's a lot of people on YouTube that have no idea how to run a business. They just make ad revenue. And so when their ad revenue dips, they panic. Can I review your portfolio? I mean, like right now? You got to know how to, like, you got to learn about business. You got to learn about taxes. Like, for example, S Corp versus LLC versus freelancer versus sole proprietor, and corporations and stocks and how to business expense things and what you can and can't. And there's a lot more to it, but it's like most people that make money on YouTube don't even realize they have to pay taxes on that money. That's straight up freelance money. No taxes are taken. So would you ever leave the field of tech? Not really. Do you use business credit cards and rack up the points? No. I generally don't do credit cards because whenever you take out a credit card, they run an inquiry on your credit, and that dings your credit score overall. So if you take out a bunch of credit cards, you get a bunch of credit inquiries, and they stay on your credit report for 2 years. I have a mortgage that's on my credit report. I have a car loan that's on my credit report. And I think I have one other thing that's on my credit report. And if you have more than 2, that's not good. And they last for 2 years. So you can't just take out a bunch of business credit cards. Because then credit score starts to go down. And if you ever want to get another loan, your interest rate will be really high. So, not good. 240K channel, but it's centered around only gaming. One game. Is that League of Legends? Yeah, I couldn't do a gaming channel. I couldn't do like Twitch or something like that for that reason. Because I don't want to spend my whole life living in the confines of like a video game's rules type deal, you know? People spend all their life in like WoW and these RPGs, and some developers made those rules for that world, and your whole life or a lot of your life that you can't get back is going to be spent within the confines of someone else's created rules for you. I get really like meta with it. I couldn't do it all day. What point in Lambda's full stack program do you think I could get a junior position? Well, I think they changed it up a little bit to be more like you're applying to jobs the whole way through now. Do you think that the type of brand business you have would be harder to sell than a stereotypical tech business, given that part of the brand is me? I think it's better that way because it's better than being a faceless product. People want to be able to relate to somebody. So having a product where you're part of the brand is great because you can take away my products, you can take away my channel, you can take away everything that I have. But what you can't take away is people already know my name, and a lot of people know my name. Can't take that away. You'd have to go in and MIB the little flashy thing and erase their memory. That's job security. You know what I'm saying? I can get it all back, and I know how to do it, and that's the confidence. I know how to get another channel back. I know who to talk to. I already made the contacts. What made you start YouTubing? I like making things. I'm a creator, I guess. I'm a visual person. I like doing visual things. That's kind of soft skills, but there's no good paying jobs for soft skills. So you got to get a technical skill and make soft skills about the technical skill, I guess. What did you do before dev? I was a mechanical engineer. Investing in crypto was an option, ? Yeah, no. You ever tried dropshipping or any of that? Yes. Moving to Chicago. Excited. Any tips? What for what? What kind of tips? So, Matt, the thing with dropshipping is that the people that make money off of dropshipping, I would say most of the time don't make money off of dropshipping. They make money off of selling courses on how to dropship. This is dropshipping. You and me, we both go to Alibaba.com. We buy the same RGB dog collars, and we sell them with Facebook ads and Instagram story ads and Twitter and YouTube and whatever. We sell the same product, and the only difference that gets my product to sell over yours or vice versa is how you market, is your copyright, your ability to have better color choice and marketing direction than me, and your ability to use Facebook blueprints to target your audience better so that you get more sales. Or maybe you order the product to yourself and you get it at your house and you take different pictures, because otherwise you and me, we both have the same pictures of the same product from Alibaba.com, and we're both trying to sell it for more than the other guy. So that's dropshipping in a nutshell. Trying to sell a car and watch at the same time. Logan, I found that one. I didn't miss that one. What's the best way to get into graphics? What kind of graphics? Would I ever be interested in a meetup with fans? Yeah, I think it'd be cool, but I don't feel like I'm that special of a person. I feel kind of vain. Welcome to Josh's meetup. You'll be meeting me today. Please get in line. Like, what do you even do? Like, do I go stand at the front and just shake hands? And everyone's like, you've really helped me. And I'm like, you're welcome, I guess. I wouldn't know what to do. Then everyone's like, do you guys talk to each other? Or do I talk to all of you like individually? Or would it be like a live stream? I don't know how that would work. How old are you? I'm 28. Do I still do portfolio reviews? Yeah, so actually I have a video right now, right here, that is uploaded and ready to go, but I can't release it until Skillshare says this is approved, because it's sponsored by Skillshare. But it's the portfolio review video, yes. Day trading is crazy. People who day trade, it's more like day gambling. You can call it day trade, whatever. It's day gambling. I think there was a study done that said 95% of people that put day trading on their taxes are no longer day traders next year because they lose all their money. Just started my second week as a junior dev. First programming doesn't seem too bad. It's your first week. You'll see. You'll either like the job, you'll like your coworkers, you'll like what you're doing, you'll be okay with that. I'm always like, great, get a job, work your way up, move on. Don't stop there unless you really want to work a job. I'm going to be pro entrepreneurship for the rest of my life because no amount of money would ever make me work for somebody else, as I need to know I can do it for me. But get a job, right? Go from working at an ice cream shop, scooping some cookie dough ice cream into some cones or whatever, and go make your 50K. That's a pretty big jump. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's what I'm all about. Just don't end there. Keep pushing. Keep learning new skills. Learn all the programming. Learn soft skills. Learn design. Learn marketing. Give yourself all of the things. A hackathon? But it would be like a hackathon that I wouldn't participate in because I don't know what I would be hacking on. I would want to go do things. I'd want to go outside, or I'd want to go hang out with chicks, or go hike, or make a video game, or film vlogs, or talk about gear reviews. You know what I mean? I don't know. One of the QAs at your job telling me he's making $30K a month dropshipping. He says he does QA for fun. Okay, sure. Sure you do. Would you recommend learning cybersecurity? Yes. How to find clients as a freelancer. You need a brand. You can go on Upwork and you can try to undercut each other all day long. Mother of God, how you just skipped me. I didn't. Oh, I'm building an Android app. Wait, that's not you. I didn't see it. I'm building Android apps and web apps. What should I call myself? Just call yourself a software developer? You have a goal of getting 70K right out of college. Is this possible? Sure. But that doesn't mean that it's a realistic goal. Can we start an Upwork competitor and just call it Undercut? That's exactly what it would be, Brady. So now you're gonna get all the people that live in super cheap countries due to global arbitrage, the currency differences in value and what purchasing power you have. They're just gonna move to that website. Because right now there's a button on Upwork called US jobs only, and even those jobs are really one guy wanted me to make a web page for him that was it was huge. It was one long landing page and he wanted to pay $75. $75. That's peanuts. This is $500 to make this. You could charge $1,500 for a WordPress that you make in a couple of days, and this dude want to pay $75? This is a joke. What's on your t-shirt? It's dudes that wearing a top hat. Resources for learning branding. Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It book. Is mobile dev dead? I don't know. I don't really do it. Designer, I want to meet with you and your goals with your YouTube channel. This sounds like you're trying to sell me something. Are you trying to sell me something? Are you going to sit down and propose that you can run my YouTube channel? When are you going to hire remote devs? I don't have any. There's nothing that I could hire someone for that I wouldn't want to do myself. You're in college about to graduate? Yeah, mobile dev is going towards progressive web apps because then you kill two birds with one stone. You can do web dev and then you can do mobile dev and you don't have to learn separate syntax. You signed with a YouTube network or just straight AdSense? Yeah, I don't have a YouTube network. I do everything myself. Every single thing. I edit my videos. I do the sound editing. I buy all the gear. I learn how to use the gear. I learn how to do all this stuff. I do everything myself. And I'm fine with that. And if I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I'll take a break. But I like doing everything myself. A lot of people would just be like, why don't you outsource that? You want to know why? Because I want to know how to do it. And I want to suck at it. And I want to get good at it. I don't like outsourcing things for that reason. Yeah, like I have the time to do it and learn, so I don't mind. It's not about the money. I want the job security. I want to be able to do all the things. I don't want some guy to be like, well, I'm really great at SEO, so if you just pay me, I can get your. No, I'm good. I don't want to pay you. I'll learn it myself. Thanks. Where would you learn? Sarah, so you got the dude named what is it? I made a video with him. Live Overflow does a bunch of cybersecurity stuff. Jack of all trades, master of none title incoming. Exactly. What languages are you currently working with? None. Whatever I need to work with. So Live Overflow is good. And there's one other guy. His name is Noah. That's not right. Doesn't feel right. Do you write code every day? I write code whenever I need to. Lately it's been PHP because I have a WordPress website and that's PHP. So if I want to customize stuff, I'm doing PHP. And if I want to, usually it's either that or game dev. I'm not making web apps. Which camera am I using? I'm using a Blackmagic Cinema Camera Pocket 4K. Pocket Cinema Camera 4K? Yeah. Joseph, welcome aboard. Finish the phrase, yeah. You don't want to sell me anything? Okay, let's hang out. Just send me an email. We can go hang out. What are you doing for work right now? This is my work. Live streaming is my work. Making products is my work. Helping my dad make his channel is my work. Growing my YouTube channel is my work. Got to stop thinking as work as a 9-to-5 cubicle. What's the coolest program you have ever written? I made a video game once. That was pretty sweet. Have you traveled? Not really. I have a mortgage and 2 dogs. The mortgage is whatever, right? Sell your house, get rid of it, rent it out, whatever. But I got 2 dogs, and I've had them for years. So, you sound like a busy guy. Do you ever worry about burnout? No. I was just looking at my channel for like the last week. I posted like 3 videos. It's because I was just chilling out. I went on a bunch of dates. with a bunch of girls and hung out. And what else did I do? I always show the girls the man cave. I'm like, look at this. And they're like, wow, you have 3 monitors? And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And I'm like, I got this camera, and I got this camera, and I got all these lights. And they're like, oh my God. I just hang out. I do normal things. Just watched the dad video. Thanks, man. Online resources for beginning game dev. What's a good engine to start with? Well, okay, I'll say this. I think single player games, Unity is pretty good to go. Multiplayer games, Unreal Engine is C++, but they got that Fortnite money. And that's when the ladies walk out. Actually, they walk out of this room and into my room. So, Rick, you're kind of right. You're dating the wrong girls if they're impressed with that stuff. I don't think they're impressed. I don't really care. Is your girlfriend still around? I don't have a girlfriend. We broke up. Does blue light hurt your eyes? Probably. Start your own consulting agency. Negative. I don't want to sell my time. Consulting means you have to go and you have to meet with people and you have to charge them because you met with them for an hour and now you charge them for that hour. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell my time. I don't want to do it. You don't think they care either? It doesn't matter. It's all about having fun. As long as the girl's having a nice time, that's all that matters. Like, I'm pretty self-aware. I'm not like, yo, look at this camera. Look at this. You know that it's got 13 stops of dynamic range? Like, I don't do that. I'm not that weird. I'm just like, yeah, this is my man cave. This is where work happens. But let me show you the more important room. Here is the bedroom. Want to give us tips on how not to break up? I don't know. I've been married before, so I don't know if I'm the best person to give that advice. Josh, I don't want to sell my time, Fluke. Josh, you guys sell your time while I make money not selling my time, Fluke. Have an interview later, but I'm nervous. You can, how to get girls as a dev. Wait, that's Simple Programmer. Go to his channel. That's what he talks about. Josh, you're in Utah. No, dude. Premarital. We don't do anything premarital. Josh, whatever gets the job done. Get buff and go on dates. I'm in the market for a new mechanical keyboard. Any advice? This is pretty good. What if I offered you $10,000 an hour for your time? I would tell you no, because I don't need your money, and I'd rather learn to make it myself. I'm good. There's nothing I can buy with that money that would drastically increase my happiness. So I'm good. I want more time. I can get more money. Can't get more time. Do you even lift? Not really. What's my keyboard? It's a Corsair K70. Should I apply for a programming job using programming language that I don't know? Yes, 100%. Language doesn't matter. Concepts matter. Ability to learn matters. What's the name of your video game? I want to play it. It's called Rocket Sling. It's on Android. iOS takes it off if you don't update it. So it's only on Android now. How long did it take for you to get your first dev job? 3 weeks? It was a part-time job. They called me an intern, but I refused to call myself an intern. I called myself part-time software developer. You call me whatever you want. I just realized I read that comment out loud and no one could even read it. I'm doing some personal projects in React, looking for an internship. What would you say are the most important things I should show my portfolio projects? You need to have the life cycle in there. Life cycle, all the things with life cycle stuff. I mean, you gotta have the fundamentals of CRUD functionality. Would you work as a dev? I'm not working for anyone ever. Ever. I don't want to work for Google. I don't want to work for Facebook. I don't want to work for you. I'll work with you. I'm not working for you. That's it. That's the thing. I don't want to climb your ladder that you made. I want to make my own ladder and own it and watch other people climb my ladder. Like, that's just a bullheaded mindset that I have, and I will always promote it because there is no job security, and I am proof of that. Because I did all the things you're supposed to do, and they were like, goodbye, Josh. Our CEO decided to make a different decision with our budget, so you no longer can pay your rent. Enjoy being homeless, bud. Have a good one. We'll pay your 2 weeks of vacation out in about a week. You know, just give me a big middle finger. So, just saying, build the ladder, own the ladder, make other people climb your ladder. Don't climb other people's ladders. Do you find unit testing burdensome? Yes. You got denied from an unnamed company because you didn't have a Twitter account. That's pretty lame. I would probably not want to work there anyways because you know they want to snoop on you. And I don't want companies that snoop on me. And companies that are like, oh, you know, it's all good. Personal work. It doesn't matter here. It does matter. That's bait. How old are you? I'm 28. Josh going all Braveheart. As long as you give someone else power over you to pay your bills, there's no security in that. Unless you have like some specific knowledge of the product that you built. You know, you want to know something? You want to know why when you work on a dev team, there's a dude that does documentation. It's because people are coding things that only they know how to do. And when that person quits, the rest of the dev team is screwed. Or if that person gets fired, the rest of the dev team is screwed. And companies try to prevent that with documentation, but I'm on the dev side, right? Like, dude, definitely do all that stuff and don't tell people how you're doing it because that's job security. Like, but companies are like, well, it helps the team understand what everyone's working on. Screw that. I want my job security. I'm not telling you how I made this. You can go look at it if you want. Look out for you first. Never be ashamed of having a mental point of origin that starts with you. Always look out for yourself first. Even as a business owner, you're working for someone, you're working for your customers. No, you're not. But I get what you're saying. You take money from your customers, but you're not working for your customers. I make a product, and it's for me. I'm working for me. People buy it, and I get money from the customers, but I'm not working for them. You know what I mean? Did you quit your job? Yes. What up, dude? You have a BS in finance, pursuing a master in computer science. You enjoy both, but having trouble deciding on a career path. Any suggestions? Well, you don't need a BS in finance because we could probably see eye to eye, and I can learn your entire BS in finance with 20 minutes on Google. I'd probably go with computer science. No offense, but it's the same with an MBA or psychology or anything else that's not science. I've talked with people that have MBAs, and I know more about business and taxation than they do. Because having an MBA doesn't give you a business. It doesn't give you problems to solve. It just teaches you how to run a business, but doesn't actually give you one to run. So that's the thing. Is Rocket Sling video game from New Kids? Yeah, that was me and my friends. That we called it the New Kids. At my last React job, we called ourselves the New Kids. You're 1 year out of boot camp, just got promoted to senior. 145K, life is good. I imagine it's pretty good. It's a lot of money. It's not that much, but it's a lot of money. You've owned a business for 5 years, full time. It's one of the hardest, most rewarding things at the same time. Absolutely. You dropped out of school when your business professor told me he never owned a business. Exactly. You know how many people that have MBAs that have no idea actually how to open a business? They don't even know how to open a business. Like they couldn't tell you what website to go to or how it works, or that you need a registered agent in another state if you register your business in another state, and that all your paperwork has to go there and you have to renew it every year and you have to have articles of declaration that define your business code. Like, I didn't go to school for any of this. I literally just Googled it for like a week. Boom, give me an MBA. Because that's what that shit is. You know? Like, you want to sit down and let's have let's analyze your business strategy. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm very hard. I'm very harsh sometimes. I have a degree. I'm allowed to say that they're crap. Google is the new college. I mean, I'm just saying, like, certain things you don't need to go for. Obviously, you're not gonna let your doctor operate on you if he's like, bro, I got a Google degree, fam, dude. Open up that heart. Let me do some surgery. Got that high cholesterol. Like, I'm gonna be like, what? Excuse me? You didn't go to doctorate school? You didn't go to med school? Hell no. Back up. But for stuff like business, what? Yeah. Oh, let me build this. Let me just build this bridge in this carport. But trust me, like, I watched this video where I built a tower with toothpicks, marshmallows, and some string. And let me tell you, I got 13 stories of toothpicks tower. So I'm basically a civil engineer. Like, excuse me? Hold on. Oh, what's up, Joe? Good job on the videos with your dad. Enjoying it. Props. It's a lot. He's a lot. But thanks. Joe, go to sleep. It's like 1 a.m. Why are you awake, dude? Well, you got kids. You got little kids. They keep you up. What sites do you recommend for finding a web dev job or dev job? So you got Indeed, Stack Overflow, We Work Remote, RemoteOK.io, Monster Jobs, Cybercoders. That's mainly recruiters. LinkedIn, Glassdoor. Any tips for coming up ideas? Wait, for developing a website? I mean, if it's just a website, what's the website doing? Is it a website or a web app? You can't wait to wake up tomorrow and work 40 hours this week? It'll probably be more than 40 hours. Let me guess, you work from 8 to 5, which is actually 9 hours, so you get 1 hour of unpaid lunch, my dude. 45 hours a week. But you can't leave early because the team needs you. I know that feel. Sunday at about 1:15 in the afternoon, you're like, oh, damn it. I gotta wake up tomorrow. Joe gets it. Is it worth trying to get an AI without a degree? Yeah, definitely do it. You can do AI. There's going to be algorithms when you're learning it. That's the thing. Machine learning and AI has algorithms. And it's going to have charts, and it's going to have algebra, linear algebra, discrete math. You can learn that. How much would you charge for an ad in your videos? Just curious. How long is the ad? The current rate is between, for 30 to a minute, I charge between $500 to $1,000. So, yeah. 10 to 20 seconds, $300. It's not about the length of time of the ad. You're paying for the audience, the amount of views that the video gets on the ad. It's not the length. A lot of people are like, wow, that's so much money for such little effort. That's not what you're paying for. You're paying for the audience, and you're paying for the eyes on product. Do you personally dev for mobile or desktop first? Yeah, you definitely got to do mobile first. Or you just do WordPress and be lazy like me. Global recession when? I'm not sure. Are you still learning AI? Not really. Maybe when I get there. Are you working on a game in your free time? I want to. Want to so bad. If I can build an e-commerce store with Firebase, is that good enough to apply for a job? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I think if you just made apps with each, like, you don't have to make a whole store from scratch, dude. Like, make an app that has authentication, make an app that has some sort of Stripe API integration, make an app that has, you don't have to do it all at once, one big app. That's kind of annoying for the guy that has to go look through it. Do you miss some of your coworkers? No. No. The only two people that I talked to were people at my React job. We got Taylor, who's a CTO now, but he likes coding all day. Like, that's his thing. He loves doing it. So whatever. Taylor and my friend Katie. That's it. Everyone else, take a hike. It was fun pretending to be friends in our meetings. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's definitely go grab a beer. Yeah, let's go grab a beer after work on Friday. Pfft. I'm not excited. It's lonely doing remote work. Not really. I think if you can, this is the definition of happiness to me. Progression and being able to sit by myself and be totally content with what I have, where I am, and what I'm doing with my life. So, I'm good. Are taxes a B for you being self-employed? No, I have accountants that I pay, but I set up everything myself first. I set up an S-Corp myself. I did the articles myself. I did everything like that myself and learned about how to do taxes myself. And I tried to file my taxes myself this past year, and then they were like, oh, just fill out form 1069B, but if you've done this, fill out form 107643C, and then attach the 3AB on that. And I'm like, oh, shit, I need accountants. I don't know what I'm doing. What was so bad about your job? I think it's any job, in my opinion. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like making you 10 times the money that I get paid. I don't like being in a cubicle and being told where to be and for how long. And I definitely don't like somebody threatening my livelihood and my ability to not be homeless if I disagree with what they say. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on Yoma and Tech Lead? I guess they're fine. I sent Yoma a email once. He didn't message. Tech Lead makes a bunch of meme videos, I guess. They don't respond to me. I don't live in California. That's the California crew over there. We got Yoma and Tech Lead and Engineered Truth and who else? Jarvis. He doesn't do programming anymore. Mayuko. Who else? Chris Sean. But they don't talk. I don't think Chris talks to them. How tough was it at first to speak to the camera for hours? I don't speak to the camera for hours. Do you respect Chris Sean as a developer? No, he's a douche. I don't like Chris. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Chris, we give each other shit all the time on Discord, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm not concerned with it. I think he's fine. We just joke on Discord and DMs all the time. We just send stupid GIFs. GIFs? 2020, you got a firm? Yeah. Yeah, Joe, I had to pay, what did I pay? I paid $33,000 in tax this year. That was great. That was like a new car I had in my bank account. Literally, I just had to have $33K sitting in an account that I named tax, don't use. And then the IRS is like, that'll be $33,000. And I was like, okay. Chris Sean copies everything that I do. And I copy everything that everyone else does. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Chris does it his way, I do it my way. Of course he won't reply to you. He's an ex-Google tech lead. I mean, I guess that's good. I don't care. File quarterly. It's a lot easier. I do. But when you first make your business, you don't get the opportunity to file quarterly. You do that the following year after you pay taxes the first time. So now I pay quarterly. Yeah, first year taxes are like no go, not fun. Because your accountants are trying to figure out how much money you made from your job that you just quit, and they're trying to figure out, like, are you getting any vacation? Do you got any freelance stuff? You getting any contracts? You got any 1099s we need to know about? Did you get anything else that we need to know about? Did you sell anything that would have increased your net worth in that time? And they're trying to figure out any kind of money that you made that year, so you can't pay quarterly. Do you enjoy being software devs? I enjoy solving problems. If that involves software, then awesome. 4 times a year is easier to manage. Yep. Patrick, I'm your biggest fan, dude. Do I think it's dumb how kids go straight into university? If you go to university now in 2019, you're paying for networking. And by networking, I mean like getting a big old beer funnel and a bunch of frat boys, and you're paying $30K for 4 years to do that. You're paying to party. You're paying to party. There's no guarantee at a college. At least you got some guarantees at boot camps. Been struggling with tickets due to the massive legacy code base. Is this normal? Very normal. You got to figure out where everything's at. What do you think about AWS? At a CC. I don't know what a CC. AWS is good. No opinion. No disagree there. No disagreements. I don't know. How do you phrase that? But it's definitely normal. First couple months at a job, you just got to figure out where everything's at. You're gonna be like, oh, I think that file's over here, and then you're gonna go there, and then you're gonna change it, and then they're gonna be like, wait, no, not that one. Oh shit! And then you're gonna have to fix it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, it was the other one. Oh, I forgot. This file name is plural, and this one's singular. Oh, they're named so similar. This is like Ruby on Rails. I'm just kidding. I'm just shitting on Ruby on Rails because I don't like it. Here's 2 shekels from your biggest fan. Patrick, take your 2 shekels back. Okay? Give me 2 heckles instead. If you were 18, you're not going to college unless it's MIT. But MIT is still so expensive. MIT would have to be about $3,000, and I'd consider it. If you do it all over again, would you be a dev? No. Well, I don't know. The thing is, like, what do? You can't just be a dev. You gotta solve problems. That's how you create value. Do you enjoy the ganja? Daniel, I do not. You want to know why? Because I enjoy my cardio. And yeah. Joe, take your 20 shekels back. Why? Now I have to give you 20 shekels. Joe, take them back. Dropping the codingphase.com money. Everybody go to codingphase.com and buy Joe's courses. That's what he paid for. He paid for the plug. Stop. You guys realize I don't get this money. This money goes into ad rev, okay? I can't actually give this back. Stop. Sponsored by codingphase.com. What is this? How do you reverse a linked list? I'm pretty sure that's like a Stack Overflow question. Should I get a master's in business? Patrick. Bro, for real though. Patrick, what's your PayPal? You can't give me that. I give it back. Take it back. Patrick, give me your email. Cool post, Josh. Joe, thanks for the 20. You're on vacation. You're supposed to be spending the money on things on vacation, not on me. I'll buy a membership on codingphase.com if he donates more money. Just go buy it anyways. Joe's got a bunch of courses. Joe's got super specific courses. That's the thing. He's got courses on specific stuff. How do you suggest I go about validating a new business idea? I would ask the question, what problem are you solving? And is it a gimmick? Can I contact you for advice on bootcamp? It's important. Yeah, right here. What's up? Did you ever contemplate between software dev and something else? I wanted to be a pilot when I grew up. That's why I have a tattoo of a feather. And your basic sorority girl tattoo with the feather breaks off into birds that fly away. It's the best. Patrick, go to sleep. Oh, wait. No, you're behind me. What is it, 10 p.m. for you? I wanted to be a surgeon. I think fireman wouldn't be such a bad route. I think fireman would be cool because you get to help people literally all day. I like helping people. Is your mouse pad glowing? Yes, it is very unnecessary RGB. If we're talking about dreams, you wanted to be in the adult film industry, but you were not blessed in the right department. Sorry that you got big ears, dude. It's bad. Fell short of the Mandingo. Well, at least you're not Jonah Falcon. Everybody in the chat, Jonah Falcon. Oh my God. Why? How do you know that? Now that you're not tutoring anymore, will you start to make coding videos here? I think I'm probably going to make game dev coding videos because that's the only thing that I'm interested in. Like, because when I'm done coding, like doing game dev, I can run the game and I can play it and I can give it to other people and I can sell it. When I make a web app, whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't know. How's a new camera? You talking about this camera? This is the Blackmagic. It shoots low light. I think in your office it'd probably work pretty well. You have some pretty low, like you have pretty, I think they're purple pinkish LEDs. It looks pretty low light. I don't know what camera you use. I know that you have a microphone that is for singing. The Sennheiser, whatever one, I forget. I don't know what camera you have. But the Blackmagic is great. I have a V-mount battery on it. Lasts for like 9 hours. I don't want to do C#. C#'s only Unity. I know because I watched a video on a bunch of different microphones before I bought the one that I use for my videos, and yours was in the review and it was for singing. And I was like, oh, that's what he's got. How do you feel about the overall culture of those type? Yeah, I don't think that I think it's fake. I don't like it. You should always teach. Yeah. Do software recruiters care about tattoos? No. What happened to diversity? Can you do game dev with Java? I don't know. That's a good question. C++? Probably. Unreal Engine is going to be what I choose because they got blueprints when I'm too dumb to code, and they got that Fortnite money, and they have better multiplayer support. I want to make multiplayer games. I get bored with single player games. Unless it was a puzzle game, in which case I would do it in Unity. Well, I'd rather just do it in Unreal. C++ is industry standard. It's a lot more typing, but it's industry standard, and you can do lots of other stuff with C++. C# is like .NET. No thanks. You like single player games? Like The Witcher 3? I played like 10 minutes of The Witcher 3. See, C++ is good, but it's just hard to write because you gotta do like that semicolon, the double semicolon operator thing, and you got like C in and C out, and like, I don't know, dude, I'm not very good. I'm gonna learn it, and I'm gonna open source my game, and then I'm gonna let people propose magic spells that they want to add to the game, and then we'll make it. Josh, let me teach you C++. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stream game dev on Twitch, and we're gonna play it, and we're gonna open source it, and then we're gonna do game streams with the viewers. So go subscribe to me on Twitch, and we'll go do it there. You know what's funny? What's wrong with .NET? I would rather do any other framework than .NET. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want to do it. I think ASPX files are stupid. Can you give me a rundown on Lambda? Patrick can. He's the graduate that got a $122K job offer that got rescinded. But now he's employed. Oh, Twitch, no. I'm typing in my here. That's my Twitch. What's the best language for web scraping? Probably PHP. I made a whole video about it, so you guys must not have been here. What's going on, YouTube? Patrick, you know what? You can just picture what this would be to you, okay, bro? What's going on, YouTube? I hear that every time I load my channel page. And he like, oh man. Patrick is employed now, but the job offer that Patrick got was rescinded because Patrick asked for extra time to complete interviews that he had already scheduled with other companies rather than cancel on those companies. He's like, yo, can I get a couple days? I got interviews already scheduled, so I'm going to finish them. And they were like, yeah, sure, great. And then he went to go do them, and like a day later, they were like, yeah, sorry, we're actually rescinding our offer. That's it. Makes you look greedy. Sorry. It was stupid. But now he's employed, and he's good to go. He's moving to Austin, Texas. I thought it was our video. Like, that's the problem. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, no. It was my video. Have you ever lied about experience and stuff while getting a job? Why would I answer that on stream? What do you think I've done? Okay? I'm going to just let you answer that yourself. I'm not going to commit any crimes. What's going on, YouTube? Oh, it's the worst. You guys want to hear it? This is what happens every time I pull up YouTube on my YouTube account. Here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to turn it up. Oh, no, it's not going to happen because I'm live streaming. Basically, this is what happens. I know it's been a minute since I posted. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. But this video is a little different. I kind of want to help you guys out. I forget. Like, I know the whole thing by heart because I've friggin' loaded the video so many times. Favorite web dev stack? I don't have one. Whatever works. PHP something. Do you cringe when people watch your videos in front of you? Oh, dude, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Oh, when I was in an interview for a job, they pulled up my YouTube channel and they started watching my videos in the interview, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel, I make some videos about code. And they were like, oh cool, great, what is it? I was like, oh, it's just my name. And the dude turns on the projector, and he puts it on the big pull down screen, and then he's like, oh, what's this one? And I'm like, oh no, not that one, that's the one where I say the F word, damn it, no. And he watches it, and they started like laughing and watching it, and they're like, this is great, you gotta have some balls to get in front of the camera. And I'm like, but this is the interview. And they're like, nah dude, it's all good. And I was like, okay, what other questions do you have for me? And they were like, oh no, we'll just watch some of this later. And so then we go through the interview, and I shake his hand, and I walk out, and I leave. And then as soon as I'm leaving, I turn around to see if they're gonna like actually keep watching my videos. And then they start watching my videos, and I see them full screen it again, and I'm like, no, oh god. So like I rush downstairs to get in my car, and I'm like, I load up my phone, I'm like, YouTube, private, unlisted, private, and then I was trying to stop him. Maurice, what up, man? Do I still code at all? Or are you mostly focusing on content creation? I still code. I code my website. I have some courses on code. Believe it or not, I have a course on Ruby on Rails and how to use it. I have a course, like a crash course on how to make a simple portfolio for yourself. I have a course on how to, actually apply to the job and like do thorough research for the job. I have a course on how to do, like I have a bunch of courses like that, not specific code related stuff, because there's lots of like go sub to Joe's codingphase.com or something, like I don't like doing super code specific stuff. A lot of other people like doing it, and they, just go watch them. You could tell if I was making a video on like, all right guys, we're gonna make a video on Ruby on Rails today. All right, everybody open up your command line interface and type Rails G application name, but don't actually type application name. This is where you type what you want the app to be named. So Rails G recipe box. All right, you see what I mean? Like I don't want to teach that if I'm not excited about it. Oh, cool. What's your channel name? Screw those companies. I can do everything better. Yeah, see, I've already committed to that, right? I'm pretty much blacklisted, and I think most companies would be like, Josh, we've seen your videos. We know that you don't want to work for us, so no. And I'd be like, that's cool. We can work together. We can partner up. We can both make money together, but I'm not going to work underneath you. That's all. Like I'm committed to that. I understand that this channel has put me in the position to where I am very bluntly, look, I don't want to take your salary and do what I'm told. That's fine. I accept the responsibilities for that. Whatever. How do you feel about a career in cloud computing? I don't know what you would do. I don't know how I feel about it. App Academy versus Lambda School. There's no competition. Go to Lambda School. Are you an introvert? Yes. Can I make a video on JS? What do you want to know about JS? A video about JS is very vague. How does it feel to know? Oh, Patrick, you guys want to know? I went on a date. I went on a date with this girl the other day, and I swear, I don't, dude, if you're in the chat right now, let me just say, like, dude, you made the date end very nicely for myself. But this is what happened. We went on a date. We go get some burgers, and we're sitting there. It's the first time I ever meet this girl, and we're just talking and stuff. And this dude walks by. He's like, bro, I love your videos, dude. You helped me get a job. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Thanks. Like, it looked like some YouTube shit that I had, like, planned, like where you pay some guy to make you look famous or something. But this dude's like, yo, bro, I love your videos. Awesome, man. And I, like, look at the girl, and I'm like, I didn't pay him to say that. I don't know who that is. This is really awkward for me, too. It was so weird. So weird. And she's like, no, I'm impressed. I think that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, but it's, like, weird for me. This never happens. I was like, it's because all these people watch your videos and they know you, but you don't know them. Did I mention that you do videos? Oh yeah, my profile says that I make videos, but I don't give them my channel name or anything because it's my name, so that doesn't happen. Like for you, Joe, right? Like it doesn't matter, but like my name is me, so. Then I took her to the smush room. That was a second date. Not first date. 10 live streams later, Josh stops reading the comments. I'm not going to stop reading the comments. Opinions on Pluralsight. It was good. AWS and Azure are in high demand. Yes. Is it hard to get into Lambda with no college degree? Lambda is a replacement to college, so. Our boy Josh is on Tinder. Your boy Josh is on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. I like Hinge the best. What else? We got OkCupid. What else we got? The League. The league is weird. The league is like for professionals. I don't know. The league is just they're nickel and diamond people left and right. Like you gotta pay for like one match is like $5. A potential match. This is stupid. Farmers Online, Coders Only. .io. What else? Non-influential influencers. Date.com. Josh got his options open. Look, it's the best when you match. It's hilarious when you match with girls on multiple platforms and they still don't like answer. Like, look, I'm not gonna like. I'll message you maybe like twice. That's it. Like, great. Like I message you twice on Tinder. You match with me again on some other app. I'm not gonna message you because you're just. I don't know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing. Brandon. All right. Is online dating the new wave? You can you can cold approach, I guess. Let me just be, hey, what's up? It's John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. All right, today we're talking about can you date girls as a web developer? Oh, God. She's just doing a power swipe? I mean, to be honest, that's what I do. What is your secret to get girls? Just don't be a creep. Hold conversation. And then you're good. I guess. Just don't be weird. Getting girls is easy, man. It's alright, I guess. You need to get professionals. Only chicks with careers. No girls from Starbucks for me. I swipe 900 times and only get 10 matches. That's because you gotta change your pics. You need a shirtless picture, but where you're doing something like you're doing an activity without a shirt. So you can't just be shirtless like at the gym. That's douchey. And you need a picture with a dog. You need a picture with your friends. What else? And then that's probably it. Have you tried being handsome, and have you tried not being ugly? That also helps. Chicks with careers kind of lame because they like prep. Nah, you need a girl from the hood. I'm gonna get this channel demonetized, and no sponsors are gonna work with me anymore for engaging on these topics. Friends in 2019. What are those? Here, look. I'll show you the girl. I'll show you the couple girls I went on a date with. Let me get one. Abby, if you're out there, shout out to Abby real quick. Let me pull up the profile. Somewhere in this list. Sure, my number is. I got all these numbers I haven't even texted. Let's see. Here's one. You can't see it. It's one girl. What's a better picture? You don't really have good pictures. This is not what she really looks like, though. That's the thing. This is good. Well, okay. So I can't show that one. That one's going to get demonetized because she's like at the rifle range. I'm out. Have a good night. Keep doing your thing. Okay. Later, Joe. Have a good night. Enjoy vacation. He got too many. He has to scroll. I got to figure out where I'm at. Where are we at? I don't know. I haven't been on a date with you yet. Here's one. Now you guys are going to creep. Let me find one. Here. Can you see it? Can you see it? Here. There's one. There you go. Whoop. There's one. This is what happens. It's not autofocus. All right. And then I was gonna go on a date with a girl. I bought a movie tickets. I bought movie tickets to go see John Wick 3, and we were gonna go on a date. And then the next day, she's like, "I don't feel comfortable going on a date with people on Tinder." I'm like, "Well, why you on Tinder then?" So I already bought the movie tickets, and I'm like, "Okay, can I get my $20 back?" Oh, we got a new match. Her name is Lillian. Here's the new match. Here's the match 7 minutes ago. Here we go, guys. What do we say? No description. All right, I'll give you guys my go-to line. You ready? I just say, "What kind of trouble are you getting into tonight?" And they're always like, "LOL, nothing. Oh my God, what about you?" It's the easiest opener ever. Sometimes I say something else. Depends. Here we go. "What kind of trouble are you getting into tonight?" "Welcome to Tinder with Josh." Here's my number. Oh, some girl just gave me her number. Do we text her? We could do this in a different stream. Josh, make a pickup tutorial. It's not that hard. Just don't be weird. Show us the Tinder strategy. We'll see if she responds. A lot of girls are power swiping right now. It's usually late at night between the hours of about 9 and 12 is when you get all your matches, because all the girls are at like, "Oh my God, I've seen everything on Facebook there is to see tonight." Like, oh, I'm just going to go look at Tinder. And then you get swiped and you match with these girls on Tinder, and then they don't respond to you until the next day. Because they swipe until they pass out. And then they're like, "Oh my God, I forgot I swiped on you." RSD Tyler. Yeah, he's pretty dope. Max is cool too. You already know Android and Flutter. Which one is better for long term? I would say React Native. Matt Rich, you know I cannot read those comments. I'm reading them, but I cannot acknowledge them. This channel turned into Dr. Josh real quick. This channel turned into I'm a guy that has other interests besides talking about JavaScript all day. You know, if we were hanging out, we would talk about the same kind of like bro stuff too, you know? Like, come on. Yeah, we could talk about how to get a job and how to make money and how to make paper. But what you gonna do with all that paper? You gonna buy Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition? No, you're gonna go on dates. Donnie, for some people that's easier than others. What's the learning curve from JavaScript to C#? All right, so JavaScript doesn't have like a private and public variables, and they don't have getters and setters. So the problem there is that you're gonna have to learn what getters and setters are for setting singletons. Yeah, and public and private variables. Classes in the traditional sense. JavaScript has classes now, but that wasn't a thing, really, for a while. Everyone left. Like 30 people left because we stopped talking about code. So mad. What's the easiest programming language you learned? The emoji language, Emoji.js. Explain what a singleton is. Oh, man. I don't know if that would be good. My best dating site is Backpage. I don't know if that's where you do any dating. I believe that's where you pay people for their time, and specifically for their time for law enforcement purposes. Ron. Oh, you guys can't see the comment. Immutable list of a single item. Well, okay, so I'm talking about singletons in like the term of game dev. A singleton is like what holds your information when you load different levels, I guess, what I'd say. The Tinder dates always make us pay for everything. No, dude, you got to cut that out. You got to be like, look, all right, we can go on a date. I'll pay for the movie tickets. You pay for the food, or vice versa. Boom, 50-50. That's fair. Tinder can make you go broke. Nah, man, you're not doing it right. Just go on a walk. Just show up early, get yourself a coffee. That way when they come late, they have to buy themselves a coffee. Then you're good, right? Be like, you want to go have coffee and like talk and then go for a walk? All right, so show up 10 minutes early, buy the coffee for yourself. Then they show up and they're like, oh, I'm just going to go grab a coffee real quick. Boom, you sit at the table, they buy their own stuff. Come on, man. Don't be a pushover. Did we get a message back? Oh, all right. She said, define worst relationship ideas. What do we say? Talk about code during dates. Oh, yeah, that's what they want to know. Just the puns are so bad. What? She says, define worst relationship ideas. Probably meeting on Tinder first. Let's see what she says. Talk about cloud. Should I develop app containers or serverless? I have no idea. I'm going to start out. A friend is having me learn MVC ASAP Net Core 2 and Affinity Core for web dev. I don't even know what that is, dude. Brandon Wells. I will show this comment, but I will not acknowledge it. Do you stream video games? I did once and I got like 30 viewers. It was not my best day. And then I tried to stream video games without showing that I was streaming video games, and people were like, "Josh, are you playing Overwatch?" And I was like, "Maybe." Yeah, I'm playing Overwatch. Girl, you are the container to my div. No. My Redux replacement? Stream video games on Twitch for views. You can't just stream video games on Twitch. That's not how it works. You'll end up on page 13, hidden in the nowhereness of Twitch. The only way to make it on Twitch is to have an audience from somewhere else that you bring to Twitch. You're never going to grow on Twitch. 9 to 5 on Twitch, 40 hours a week is not going to grow. You're still going to be on page 13 on Twitch. Why did Josh quit his job? Because he didn't get a raise. What? Everybody wants to get paid for playing video games. Brady, that's correct. It's because there's no value there. There's no value in playing video games. You either have to be the best at the video game, you got to be like Shroud level, or you got to be like hilarious at playing the video game, or you got to be the best at some aspect of the video game, or like already famous. Because why would you just want to go watch some guy play single player whatever? Like, I don't want to do that. I want to go watch the dude who's kicking ass, which is probably the guy with a lot of viewers. So that's what happens. What do you know about Bitcoin? I know a lot. I know a lot about Bitcoin. Why is Ninja famous? He's famous For a lot of reasons. Ty Lopez or Sam Ovens? Neither. Brady. That's funny. Bitconnect. Exactly. You have to be obnoxious to make it as a game streamer. You gotta dye your hair like green and stuff. Can Bitcoin replace the USD? No. It's not easy to regulate, and it's why they won't do it. Ha! Powered by Intel. Oh, let's see. Intel Core i9 processor. That's what they say, right? The commercial on Twitch. Dell XPS powered by Intel Core i9 processor. He's got that weird S processor. Josh, how do you spend your time? Doing this, memeing with you guys, because I don't have real friends. Any tips for understanding props and state? State is like a global variable container, and props are what you use to like pass down to your little components. I don't know if that helps. Okay, without Redux, just think of state as like this little global container that you store things in that you want to grab for later. And then props are like the little missing pieces on your components. Give us a dating horror story. I don't really have any. One girl did not look like her picture at all. And so she's like, do you want to go inside and we can like watch a movie? We can just like Netflix and chill. And I'm like, how about we go for a walk instead? And then I have to go. We should do game dev and C++. Yep. Does height matter when trying to find a date? Well, I'm 6'2", so it generally doesn't matter for me. Some girls won't do it though. Any good vid courses on Unreal that I know about? Julian, I have the Udemy course from what is it? Game Dev TV people, I think. That's what I'm going to do. I know in like the 3rd chapter they talk about open sourcing your code with C++, and I have to get Visual Studio Enterprise Community Edition, I think. And that was the only thing. Like, I'm not quite sure how to open source my code and separate the assets so that my GitHub repo isn't like 50 gigs, you know? Anyways. The Udemy courses, I have a few there. There's also a couple YouTube channels that I watch. There's this one guy that I watch on YouTube who takes popular game mechanics from like Breath of the Wild or whatever, and then he just recreates like cool abilities. That's super cool. That's what I want to do. I want to go find cool abilities and then make them in C++. That'd be fun. And then I could like send it to you and I'd be like, all right, you want to make a jetpack? I'm going to show you how to do it. That's fun to me. React, I don't care about. Would you consider getting a job? No. So let me just stop you right there, noble Josher. Would you consider getting a job for? No. I'm not working for. I don't need to work for. Okay, so the only way to be successful in game dev and not work 130 hours a week is to do it yourself. Yep. If you work on Fortnite, you know, there's thousands of people waiting in line. You got to do the, what is that farming game? Technically, you working for YouTube. I don't work for YouTube, actually. They don't pay me. Their advertisers pay me. YouTube is just a middleman that hands me a 1099 at the end of the year. Stardew Valley, yeah, that guy. Yeah, you got to do the Stardew Valley. Farmville. It's kind of like Farmville. I remember when Farmville was like famous. I was only going to stream for like 45 minutes, but here we are 2 hours later. So whenever Skillshare hits me up and they're like, Josh, your portfolio review video is good to go, I will launch it, and then we'll do another live stream tomorrow, and then I'll go on Twitch and we'll start learning some C++. Josh, have you thought about making a multiplayer game? Zah, I have made a multiplayer game, and then my 980 Ti died, and I couldn't work on it anymore. And then I got a job, and then I started doing YouTube, and now here we are. And I'll probably go back and make it again because you pick kind of like a class before you fall into the game. It's kind of like BR, with a circle, but if you find an orb, there's 3 orbs hidden throughout the map, randomly placed every game, every round. If you find one of the orbs, the entire game mode changes so that you have to deliver the orb to a randomly placed node on the map. But everyone can see you. Everyone can see you with the orb. And so you can't just like camp the little node because it's randomly chosen. So you find abilities on the map, like spells and stuff, and then you can combine them to get more powerful spells. So if you find like 3 fireballs, you can have 3 fireballs, or you can have like a pyroblast if you choose to like combine them. And then you have a talent tree that you can pick while the game is going. So everyone gets like, it's not based on like kills or anything like that. It's just over time. So like, 5 minutes in, everyone gets a point. 10 minutes in, people get a point. Blah, blah, blah. It would be super cool. It'd be great. But multiplayer is so hard. I remember when you said Skillshare will never sponsor you. So the thing is, I think this is a company that works with Skillshare, and they're kind of like the middleman. The Skillshare directly, like Skillshare gives the middleman money, and the middleman gives me the money. Yeah. When you say multiplayer game, do you mean like with sockets? Yeah, like sockets. Everything in crypto is speculation. That's why you can make a lot of money if you speculate correct. The market here is a little different. I don't know. Crypto will fail. I think blockchain is going to be around for a while, and crypto comes and goes. Any good book recommendations? What have I been reading? Yeah, Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. How would you even value crypto? You don't value crypto. It's what people are willing to pay for it that gives anything value inherently, right? If somebody is willing to give money for it, then it has value. If somebody's willing to trade their time that they traded to do something to get money, and then they're willing to trade that money for a currency that is digital, then it gives it value. And it's just up to the market. It's up to the market and speculation. You can just manipulate it. So The Subtle Art by Mark Manson. I read that book. It's okay. I think everyone's like, wow, it's so great. And I'm like, I already feel like this about life, so I don't know. What was the book recommendation again? It was Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. And then I have a bunch of I probably shouldn't say because that's not, YouTube doesn't like that. So what other books do I have? I got a lot of stuff by Robert Greene. I don't know, like the 48 Laws of Power is really good. 12 Rules for Life. I can't listen to Jordan Peterson. I can't handle his accent. I just can't do it. I'd actually have to read it. But also, I think Jordan Peterson is a little bit too Bible thumper for me, so I'm good. What do I got in here? Oh, Dan Locke's got some good stuff. Mastery by Robert Greene is good. Mastery by Robert Greene is good. The 50th Law by Robert Greene is good. The 48 Laws of Power. are good. Currently, I'm reading Seduction by Robert Greene. That's been pretty good for the dating game. That sounds really bad, but seduction in terms of like just communicating with people and being a pleasant person. I think it has negative connotations generally. Let's see. Got a lot of books. The Daily Stoic is good. I'm reading from my Audible right now. The Entrepreneur Mind, that's a good one. Influence by Dan Locke. I don't know. I'll just say the author, right? I got a lot of stuff in here by Rollo Tomasi. I like his books. James Clear, Atomic Habits is good. Seduction by Robert Greene is really hard to apply in real life. No, it's not. Doesn't Dan Locke have a YouTube that's pretty active? Yeah, Dan knows what he's doing. But Dan makes most of his money by selling tickets on teaching you how to make closing sales. It's for people that like do sales like as a job, mostly. I have Can't Hurt Me on here by David Goggins. I wish I had my other stuff. Dang. All the stuff on my website I've read. The War of Art is good. That was a good one. The Obstacle is the Way. Tons of stuff. Everyone leaves when you're not talking about code. It's so funny. You want to move to another state, but there are no jobs. I think I should do freelancing for a few months. You can't just, like, do I start Upwork? Upwork is not good. They take 20% unless you're, like, approved, and they take 10%. Do you read coding books? Hell no, I don't read coding books. I would rather literally eat dirt. Literally. Arian's got it. You got denied for Upwork? Why? You fill out your taxes wrong? I think that'd probably be why. If you fill out your W-9 wrong where they try to verify your identification, then yeah. Programming music? I think like lo-fi music is good. I think we all know like lo-fi. They said too many React Redux devs. Well, then you don't just put normal dev. You just put whatever dev they want you to be. They don't need to know. Free Code Camp has good music, I guess. What do you think is the best way to learn a new language? Try to learn like 2 at a time. So I would always learn like one language and another language, because concepts that make sense in one language doesn't make sense in another, and vice versa. Oh, Noisely is good. I think I have that on my phone, Joe. Joseph? Joe? I don't know how to call you. How do I address you, Mr. Chambers? What is it called? There's an app that I have. I like to go to sleep with that sometimes. Oh, it's called Relaxio. You probably like that app, Joseph. PHP was easier for me than JavaScript. Yeah, I like PHP too. I'm struggling trying to learn JavaScript plus Python at once. Well, syntax is going to be a little weird for Python compared to JavaScript. And you're going to have dictionaries, which doesn't exist in JavaScript. And unpacking and packing, that's not really a thing. Oh, what do I use? Like, how do I actually learn? I follow videos, and then the guy's like, all right, let's make a to-do list, and we're going to be able to add one to-do at a time, and then we're going to add a little trash can that we click on to delete the to-do. And so in my mind, I pause the video, and I'm like, no, I want to make a to-do list where I can add 3 things at a time, and then when I press the escape button, it deletes them. You know, like I'm thinking of modifications. Like, no, I don't want to do it your way. I want to do it my way, and then I'll try to make it my way after I do it his way. That's how I learn. Everyone does the to-do. You hate working for the man? That's cool. You can hate working for the man and still work for the man while you figure out what you're going to do. That's what I recommend most people do. Otherwise, you ever, like, it's the same thing, right? Like, everyone's like, I'm an entrepreneur. Bro, did you even, like, have you had a job yet? No, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, what do you do? Like, what problem are you solving? What value are you providing? And they're like, no, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm selling this new drink called Vima and essential oils. They're really great products. If you have a sit down with me, and if you get 10 people behind you, and those 10 people get 10 people, you'll be a millionaire in no time. And but this is multi-level marketing bullshit. Okay, I got you. You got to get a job. You got to learn some skills. You got to work before you can say bye. That's just the reality of it. You end up, if you want to be your own boss, come work for me. Like every multi-level marketing business ever. Yeah, that can only go 13 levels deep before you hit like the maximum, like the human population, I think, Brady. I watched that too. Like it's like to the square of like 13th, I think. And then you're already at the population. Machiavelli would tell you to work for the man and make him dependent on you. Maybe if that's what you're into, if you're into like having that power over that company, I'm just not interested in that. Like I don't want to work at a company and then like make them dependent on me so that if I ever leave, I have support. I'd rather just not even deal with that and just go do it myself. What are the 13 levels about? It's basically like if you do multi-level marketing and they're like, if you get 10 people and those 10 people get 10 people and those 10 people get 10 people, like you can only do that like 13 times before you actually like hit the human population. Because it's exponential. So your pyramid would only be 13 levels deep, which doesn't make sense. They're like, imagine if you recruited 42 people. Okay, well, if you're not just recruiting, are you pro-government or limited government? I cannot confirm or deny the confirmation because there's no winning that question. Just saw the video where you explained making a video to your dad. Oh, man. Yeah, that was fun. It was weird, Robert. I hope you liked it. I'm tired. Are you guys tired? Can we all just like take a nap? I wish companies just let you take a nap. Can we go back to like kindergarten where we have like an hour nap after lunch? So you get lunch and a nap and it's paid, please. Oh, man. What's my favorite type of marketing? Digital marketing. I'm a little tired too. Google has nap pods. Yeah, Google has nap pods, but that's because you never leave Google. Google pays for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They give you a place to work out and a nap pod. They just don't pay for your housing. So, that's not good. I can sleep at work so long as I do my 8 hours. It doesn't matter about 8 hours, though, Ryan. That's the thing. You can work 4 hours and call it a day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many hours you keep your ass in that seat. It's not correlated to productivity. I have sat in my chair for 7 hours and did nothing and then worked for an hour, and then everyone's like, wow, great work. I can't believe you got that done. I'm like, bro, I didn't do anything like all day. To my company, it does. Yeah, I know. Most companies, it does. It's all about those hours, not what you do, which is so stupid. I don't care about hours. If I was a company and I hired people, you could work 1 hour a week if you just get the shit done. I don't care. Would I work for Google? No. Trying to get better at making tutorial videos. Haven't thought about B-roll, so we'll try to incorporate that. Robert, so if you want to make tutorial videos, you got to add B-roll at the beginning because otherwise our niche here in the programming world is kind of blah. It's really hard to grow. It's like, so you got to like slow motion of dogs are good. After Effects is good. What is your job? I don't have one. Working 1 hour a week, that's the dream. I mean, technically, I've worked 2 hours and 10 minutes because this is a live stream. That counts as work. So I've already done that for the week. Talk about reversing a linked list and then boom, slow motion dogs or something. B-roll is everything. You just have to know when to use it. And then you have to not be lazy enough to go back in after you've finished your edit to go add the B-roll. You can't get anyone to use it. That's the hard part. If you make a platform for users, your bottleneck is marketing. That's why you need a brand. Otherwise, you got to pay to get a marketing company to drive traffic. Whereas, let's say Ryan, if I owned a sportmanager.com and I was like, hey guys, I just opened my startup. Everyone go check it out and sign up now, right? Boom. I just drove a whole bunch of traffic that trust me, that know who I am, have a relationship with, and then they just go. But because you don't have a brand or an audience and trust with people, you have to pay a marketing company to go and drive traffic for you. And then you have to hope that you are profitable. Too much competition was my problem, or execution could have been your problem. Execution over competition, probably. What do you know about financial independence and retirement early? I know a lot about it because that's my goal. I'm trying to retire in 2 years. Is it still easy to get into web dev? It's never been easy. Anyone who said it was easy lied. There's a lot of jobs, but it's never been easy. It's easier than ever to learn, to get started. I'll say that. There's so many different places. You got Treehouse, Pluralsight, you got boot camps, you got Free Code Camp, you got Khan Academy. There's so much stuff. Getting into code is easy. Getting a job is, yeah. How much money do you need to retire? Okay, so you don't want to retire with a lump sum of money. You want to retire with passive income. People that retire, most people that retire try to save up enough amount of money so that they have enough money that they can quit working and they can live on it. They die before their money runs out. That's what most people do. They get a lump sum and they quit working and they hope that they die before their money runs out, pretty much. You don't want to do that. You want to set up passive income so that you have money coming in no matter what you're doing. And hopefully you don't spend all that money that you have coming in. So you're building a pile while you're living off of the money that's coming in. So you don't want to get a lump sum of money. There's no X amount of money. There's revenue flow, I guess, is what you'd be looking for. You want cash flow. That's what it's all about. Cash flow, not lump sum. Hi, Dad. What up? How long will it take for a regular person to get the hang of things with JavaScript? Well, what's regular person? I don't think any of us are regular. Lied about web dev being easy. Chris got a job in 3 months with no experience because, well, they didn't ask him about code in the interview. They didn't ask him, what can you do with JavaScript or anything like that. The guy that interviewed him was late to the interview, and they were just like, Chris, can you do this? And he was like, yeah, I'll try. And they were like, cool, you're hired. And that happens occasionally. It is what it is. What's the average amount of time it takes to master JavaScript? 642 hours and 33 minutes, 22 seconds. Duh. How to get people over the fear of getting started in programming is really hard. Thank you, kind sir. Come on. What is your other source of passive income? So YouTube, I get ad revenue, affiliates, right? So Team Treehouse have an affiliate link, Skillshare have an affiliate link, sponsored videos, selling products on my website. I used to teach, but I don't do that anymore, and that's definitely not passive. But selling products, merch, courses, other stuff like that. So you're telling me I can apply to all software jobs? Yes. How well is Grindwheel doing? It's doing great. I think it's doing okay. It comes and goes. What would you recommend to review before going to the interview for junior? Okay, go to the company website. Company website, Glassdoor. So from my website, from grindreel.com, I make anywhere between, I would say maybe like between $2,000 and $5,000 a month just from my website, and I don't have that much on there. So, yeah, that's not bad. And I don't do anything, right? Just courses, products that are there. People buy them. But that's not consistent passive income. Like, who knows, if I stop making videos, traffic goes down. It's correlated, right? So it's not totally passive. What's the longest time you've spent on a computer nonstop? I think probably like 36 hours when I was leveling in World of Warcraft. Wrath of the Lich King example. What's your salary just from being a junior dev? About 50K. When should you start thinking of setting up a merch store? I don't know, dude. I don't even have a merch store. I don't even have merch. It's bad. I think merch is rough. Merch is rough because it's physical products. And once you start getting into the realm of physical products, you have to start getting into the sales tax realm and shipping realm. And shipping can shave a lot off of your profit margins. And sales tax also sucks because it depends on where you live. When I had my workout supplements, some guy bought one and he paid $15 for it, and it cost me $37 to ship it to him. So I was like, you know what, dude, just take the refund because I'm losing money. Are you talking about in the video? Yeah, my dad needs merch. People would buy stuff for him, but I'm not really pro merch. I'm more pro digital product because no physical, no shipping, none of that. In every stream, you make a paper certificate. I don't have any paper, Edward, or I would. You're right, though. I do make little stars. All right, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm sure you guys are tired because I'm tired. And I was going to get up at 4, but now it's 12 at night, and so I'm not getting up at 4. But thanks for hanging out with me. Do you recommend IT certs? Yeah, maybe IT is okay. Not web dev certs. I stuck here until the end. Joseph, that's because you haven't been here in a while, and I appreciate you. Jackson, you're awesome. Jukebots, you're awesome. Amadeus, you're awesome. Robert, you're awesome. Who else is awesome? Vladimir, Daniel. Daniel, what is my regular job? I had a regular job. I quit to do this and to teach my dad how to do YouTube so we can grow together and stuff. And Zal, you're awesome. Freddie, Titrate, are you? Yeah, you're good too. You're awesome. Lucaser, all my lurkers out there, you guys are awesome. Let me pay respects to I always do this. F to my lurkers. I know you guys are out there listening to my ASMR voice. Appreciate you guys. If you guys could do me a favor before you leave, just hit the thumbs up because it helps the channel do better and the YouTube algorithm. Let's just, might as well just game the YouTube algorithm together, see how high we can boost it. And if you could just leave a comment, that would also help. Doesn't have to say anything, but anyways, I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow after the portfolio video. Yeah, okay. Good night, guys. I'll see you later.